So what's in that gap between 88 and 6% that you see, Nelson?
Well, I think what's in that gap is some of the things we've talked about already. It's governance, accountability, and disciplined execution. I think a lot of companies, have the ability to start these AI pilots very quickly. They get support from vendors to trial, and then people are excited. They want to quickly accelerate and adopt, but then, just the simple practices of creating you don't inventory them, you don't measure the value, you don't document what the risk might be, how you might actually scale it. So then you can see, like in the classical example, this is not just an AI problem, this is technology. Without clear ownership, maybe creating some type of time-bound experiments with firm criteria for whether you decide to continue or cancel. It just becomes another cost center of scattered pilots across an organization. You talked about token consumption, and now it's that sprawl that we talked about earlier. But it's not meeting the true ROI that anyone was hoping for or projecting. So, and obviously, no board wants to have a headline number on how they're exceeding global spend. They want to know how they're spending, what value is created, and they want to know that we're being very prudent and judicious in stopping projects if they're not going to meet that criteria or they're not going to add value. Yeah, I think nowadays the board's not asking if AI is being adopted. They're asking, which ones are actually creating measurable value for us, and maybe which ones should be stopped.